What are dreams? Sudden images that dance across the stages of our sleeping minds? Messages whispered from the subconscious? Or could there be something more? Portals to a realm of prophecy where the seeds of destiny are sown? For Usman, a Turkoman chieftain on the edge of greatness, a dream became the blueprint for an empire which would go on to become the longest lasting empires in the history, spanning over 600 years. Osman I, also known as Osman Ghazi, is considered the founder of the Ottoman Empire. Born in the mid 13th century in Soj, a small town in northwestern Anatolia, Osman was the son of Ertugrul Ghazi, a well-renowned warrior and a leader of the Kai tribe, a small branch of the Oghuz Turks. The Ottoman Empire ended on a particular day, but its beginnings are studded in myth. Since the earliest recorded history of Ottomans was around 15th century, there are many legends that surround Osman's rise to power. Most famously, the story of his dream. One night, when Osman Ghazi was sleeping in the house of a holy man called Sheikh Idab Ali, he saw a dream. In his dream, he saw that a moon arose from a holy man's chest and came to sink in his own chest. A tree then sprouted from his navel, and its shade compassed the world. Beneath this shade, there were mountains, and streams flowed forth from the foot of each mountain. Some people drank from these running waters, others watered their gardens, while yet others caused fountains to flow. When Usman awoke, he told the story to the holy man, who said, "Usman, my son, congratulations, for God has given the imperial office to you and your descendants, and my daughter Malhum shall be your wife." In the 11th century Anatolia, modern-day Turkey, was a land caught between empires. It was mostly controlled by the Byzantines, a Christian empire based in Constantinople, but their grip was weakened. To the east, a new force was emerging, the Seljuk Turks, nomadic warriors who had converted to Islam. In 1071, the Seljuks defeated the Byzantines at the Battle of Manzikert, paving the way for Turkish migration into Anatolia. However, they were not only the ones who were fighting for control. Numerous small Turkish emirates, known as beyliks, also competed for the dominance in the region. The Seljuks ruled Anatolia for a time, but their golden age didn't last. In the 13th century, the much greater storm arrived from the east, the Mongols, the descendants of Genghis Khan. They swept through Central Asia, crushing the great Seljuk Empire and shattering its rule in Anatolia. By 1243, after the Seljuks lost to the Mongols and the Battle of the Hoseda, Anatolia was thrown into disorder. The Seljuks became vassals of the Mongols, and their once great empire broke apart into smaller Turkish principalities. This was the world Osman was born into, a land divided by Turkish warlords, a fading Byzantine Empire, and Mongol overlords who held ultimate power. Among these scattered Turkish groups, there was one small but ambitious tribe called Kai, led by Osman. He and his followers were Ghazis, warriors of the Islamic frontier fighting for land and survival. They settled in Soj, in northwestern Anatolia, right on the border of the Byzantine territory. Unlike other Turkish leaders who fought among themselves, Osman had a vision for unity. He focused on expanding his territory not just by warfare but by diplomacy and strategy. He slowly began absorbing other Turkish groups, bringing them under his leadership. The First Ottoman Conquest, the Byzantine Wars. The first recorded battle of the Ottoman Empire took place in 1301 at Bephius against the Byzantines. Osman and his forces outnumbered the determined, defeated the Byzantines, marking their arrival as a serious power. As Osman's power grew, his followers became known as the Ottomans. His son Orhan continued his legacy, capturing Bursa in 1326, which became the first true Ottoman capital. This was a game changer. The Ottomans transformed from a group of warriors into an organized state, with a growing economy, administration, and a military. Now, the Ottomans weren't just nomadic warriors, they were rulers of real states with cities, administration, and trade. So, why did the Ottomans succeed where others failed? Number 1. They united the scattered Turkish beyliks. Instead of just fighting other groups, Osman and his successors absorbed them either through war or alliance. Number 2. They balanced tradition with innovation. The Ottomans kept Turkish tribal traditions, but they also built a government based on Islamic and Byzantine models. Number 3. They were flexible and inclusive. Unlike other groups, they not only welcomed Turks, but also Greeks, Arabs, Serbs into their administration and army. By the mid-14th century, the Ottomans had already defeated rivals like Karamanids and Germanids, expanding deeper into Anatolia. Their greatest advantage was their location. They controlled the Dardanelles Strait, the gateway between Asia and Europe. By the mid-1300s, the Ottomans weren't just expanding in Anatolia, they were looking west. They crossed into Europe, taking lands in the Balkans, including the part of modern Greece, Serbia, and Bulgaria. The Battle of Kosovo in 1839 marked their dominance in the region. This was just the beginning. From Osman's small tribe, the Ottomans grew into superpower, eventually capturing the Constantinople in 1453, ruling over 3 continents and shaping world history for centuries. But it all started with a dream, an ambition to turn that dream into a reality. Conclusion. Osman died before witnessing the full realization of his dream. He never captured the strategically vital cities of Nicaea or Nicomedia, cities that held the key to controlling the region. But he bequeathed something far more precious to his successors, a vision, a legacy, and a group of devoted followers ready to carry his banner forward. The dream of Osman was just the beginning. The true story, the story of an empire forged with blood and fire, of sultans and viziers, of triumphs and tragedies, of love and betrayal, was only beginning to unfold. And the question remains, could Burhan or any of his successors truly grasp the full magnitude of Osman's dreams? Could they navigate the treacherous currents of history and transform the vision into reality that would shape the world for centuries to come? But that, as they say, is a story for another time. Until then, keep dreaming and try to achieve it. And let's meet again in the pages of another century, another dream, and another story to tell. Thank you. Please do like, share, and subscribe the channel.